Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. First, straight off the gate, if you hear really noisy kids, there's a house a couple of doors down, it's actually quite far away, but they have got to be the noisiest little shits ever. So if you hear them shouting and screaming, apologies, nothing I can do about that. It's pretty much constant, especially with the weather the way that it is. But we're going to pick up where we left off with the Minotaur build for Mr. Bailey. And you remember me saying I was going to make a little nub for this thing. So what I've done is I've taken this shape and made a new nub, which is concave and fits the arm superbly and sits perfectly in place for the flamingo hot rubber. So I did say I wanted to get something done with that stuff. So I'm going to pop this back together now. And it seems to work pretty damn well. So this little part for the Crytac hop unit, if you're interested, let me know. I'll make it available on the website. Now these hop units are a little bit weird. They have like a system where you have to push, like push it down and turn it to get it into place. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Last time I had this, I really did struggle. So, and it clips into position like that. So now we have our nice, very clicky hop rubber, or hop unit even. And we can see there's a lot of hop it can apply there with a flamingo. Turn it all the way off and it disappears. So it's took me a few days just to get that part right. There were a couple of iterations. I was just playing about, trying to get the setup right, get the thicknesses right, get the tolerances right, and version 3 came out absolutely spot on. So we've got rid of the crappy hop unit, we've got rid of the crappy barrel and the hot rubber. We now have a very lovely Crytac hop unit, stainless barrel, and it's well suited for this setup that we have going on here. Let's pop this plate back in if we can. There we go. I've popped the other rail on there. I know a few people in the last video said swap the rail out. There are positives and negatives with both. So the downside to the Wolverine rail is the fact that the thing can rotate. There's nothing locking it in place. Just going to pop this pin on here. So it can rotate. So if he's putting his launcher on with the added weight, what I was finding, unless I really torque that down and probably thread lock it in place, it could unturn the rail from the barrel. Got the Mark IV on there, which, you know, when the screws are set, it isn't going anywhere. It cannot move. The only downside is with this cheap receiver set is the matchup is a little bit off. I don't think that's going to bother James all that much, and I would like him to have something that's going to be nice and rigid. The other plus side to this rail is we can take his tag launcher and we don't have to fit any rail segments onto the M-lock. We can just strap that on and his tag launcher can go on there. Look how nice and neat that lines up. So I think this is the rail that we're going to go for. I'm of course going to be recoating it the same colour as the rest of it when it's finished. Slide this off there. Dropping everything off the side. And I do have a new grip for this thing, which I think I've left downstairs. So let me just quickly grab that. So I've managed to source him a nice slimline grip. This is the Aries one. Great thing about this is it really slims the grip down. You know, the name is quite a giveaway there, but we don't need a motor for this setup. So it's going to be nice and comfy for him, and you can swap it out at any time if he wants to. I thought with this build, it's going to give him a nice vertical style grip as well. Is it going to go on there? don't think it's going to work. How does that not work on this? Nope, it's not going to work for some reason. That's gone on most gearboxes I've tried. Ah, that's a shame. But you guys can clearly see I'm trying things on camera. I'm not trying it beforehand. Let's see what else we've got here. Right, attempt number 2, let's go. So I think this is the grip that originally came with it. The last video when I took it apart was quite a while ago, so yeah, that fits. So unfortunately we're going to have to stick with that, James, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all. Should have some screws for this. Let's have a look what I've got stored here. So we've got some grip screws. 4 screws on this model, which is nice because it's going to be a lot more secure than with just 2. Not that 2's ever an issue. Don't misquote me on that, but you know, it's not going to go anywhere. So 2. Let's get them all in. Last one. Right. It's got this stupid trapdoor, which I think we talked about in one of the last videos. So let's remove that because it's going to just get in the way. Don't think I've got a drill bit to hand to put a hole in the bottom. So we do have another sort of high pressure air build for James that's going to be coming up, so perhaps we'll save this grip for that one, which is something very special indeed, but it's going to have to be as and when I can get round to it. Right, I need to punch this out, don't I? So have we got something of the right size? I think my hammer's downstairs as well. I think a screwdriver can't sort. Take this rubbish trapdoor off, and now we just have the line coming out. Of course, we can change the grip at a later date if we want to. We've got the mag release. Pull that off there. We've got the faux bolt stop as well to put back in, but we won't put that back in just yet. Right, mag release back in. So let's get the stock put back on. Tools seem to be scattered around. Got so much going on. Get that up. So stock's on. Let's put that in. Fake bolt stop in. And we'll put it up back on. Uppers back on. Pin back in. We have the little screw for the pin. Stock original stock that came with it. So we could go with that, or we've got one off an MTR. Which is a lot better fitting, so maybe we'll go with that. So internally we're done. Nice barrel, nice hot rubber, Krytac op unit, proprietary hot nub, which has now been done. So if you guys want that for the Krytac op unit, let me know. Make it available on the website. We've got the HPA engine in there, so that's all ready to go. We just need a fitting to test it. And then it's just external. So the only thing really externally I'm waiting on is doing the suppressor, which we're going to rethread this to 14 counter. So that will go on there like that. We'll strip all this tape off because we'll be coating it the same colour as the rifle. So we'll pull this tape off. I think it's just like camoed up underneath. Hopefully we can get all this gunk removed. Adhesives are a funny one when Cerakoting things, so it's probably going to have to sit in some kind of bath to break all that down beforehand, because when you sandblast this stuff, the adhesive, it's just going to stick to it and then start bouncing off it. Oh, that's horribly sticky. So that'll go on there. We'll have the suppressor, and then we're pretty much done. What I'll do is I'll probably throw a vertical grip on there if he wants one. I do have a few hanging about. And then it's just a case of, as and when he wants to as well, you can slide his tag launcher on, suppressor's there like that, and he'll have like a red dot or some kind of optic on top there. And that's what we're going to do. There's going to be a few things, tighten that up to hold it, that are going to be for laser work on this thing. Just realised you can tighten them down and then pull them and set them in place to get them out of the way. Nice feature. So we're putting Mustang's logo on one side, and then we're going to be putting the Minotuar logo. So probably put the Minotuar logo on the left side, because that's usually the side that has the branding for the rifle. On this side we'll probably put his Mustang logo, and then we're going to strip and coat this thing, make it look super sexy. And then it's going to go back to him and he can start playing with it. There's probably going to be a brief period where we might have to tweak stuff, but you know, trying to get everything done at the moment is difficult, and doing Cerakote at the moment is kind of non-viable just because of the heat. Once you've got the ovens and stuff going, I've got a lot of Cerakote to do. In the workshop it's already, because the roof is quite low, it's already like 35, 36 degrees in there, so it's very, very hot. And then once you've got the ovens and the other bits and pieces on the compressor and everything like that, the room gets hotter and hotter, and it's just unbearable. So that might have to wait. That is another update for his Minotaur. We're getting very close. This will probably be the next thing that I do. I'll thread that. We'll get that fitted on there. I'll probably talk to James about colours. I did a nice colour on a silverback MDR the other day, which was mil-spec green, which is like a really dark green. So I might do it that colour. You know, let us know in the comments below what colour you think we should do it. I'm not going to do a camo with the Cerakote just because it's a very, very lengthy thing to do, very expensive thing to do, and it's just going to delay it a hell of a lot longer. I think we'll just stick with one colour, or maybe two. We can switch colours up. It's just when you start doing camo, yeah, it's just a nightmare. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. In the next video, or the one after, I'm not too sure. I've got a new pistol to look at, which is here. So we have the TTI TP22. This is an awesome little nugget. and I can't wait to review that on the bench with you guys. The other video that I need to do is I need to reassemble my AK really quickly because it's in a million bits at the moment, designing all kinds of funky parts for it. Because I'm due recording this video, it's Thursday, the 15th or 14th, 15th or 16th of June, I can't remember, maybe the 15th. And me and James are going to hopefully go to a game this Saturday up at Phoenix. So he's invited me to go with him. I said yes. With the bits that I've talked about before, if you've been following along with the channel, I've had a bit of a wobble. Spoke to someone professionally, and they basically told me that I have to go out and do something that I enjoy. Specifically, we spoke about airsoft games, and I haven't been to a lot of games lately. And to be honest, I haven't been to any games at all. I feel like this year, so it's kind of forcing me to go out and do it. So I need to get out there. James has been trying to get me to a game at Phoenix for a while, so we're going to run the AKMs. And the reason I need to reassemble the AKM is because it's in a million bits. Get it all back together. And then hopefully we'll be at Phoenix this Saturday doing some games. And yeah, thanks for tuning into this video. And as always, from me and Bench, hope you're enjoying the hot weather at the moment, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.